Now before we get to the goods, you know we gotta do our unboxing. It's your boy Mike from Vo Money Gems, and you know what time it is. Here we have my favorite international packaging straight from the jewelry factory. Today's custom piece is from a company called Custom Hip Hop Official. As usual, it's very well taped up and completely sealed. I now have a nice little X-Acto knife to help me get it all open. Inside the familiar yellow DHL International packaging envelope, we have another fully sealed and taped up yellow box. The trick with these boxes is to find the bottom seam. Our plain Jane X-Acto knife makes quick work of all three of them. The bottom flap of the box opens up and we get our first glimpse of the goods inside. Inside we have even more packaging. There's a generous amount of bubble wrap that we have to get through. The bubble wrap fully protects the goods in a simple layer with a piece of tape holding it secure. Inside we can see that there are a few more layers of packaging. There is a large single Ziploc bag giving us all that YouTube ASMR goodness. Inside the Ziploc bag, you can see there is even more plastic packaging, but we are almost there. Just a tiny bit more ASMR packaging. Finally, with all the packaging out of the way, we can get to the good stuff. The first thing we see is the GRA Certificate and warranty card. I have no idea how they can possibly warranty the stones, but it is a nice touch that they include with everything they sell. The certificate looks just like a GIA one for natural diamonds we have in the US. Next up, we have a little black microfiber cloth. All sellers include this with their jewelry nowadays. Let's put that aside and get to the jewelry case. Here we have a simple medium-sized leatherette box. It's smooth and shiny. It's kind of interesting that they plastic wrap the pendant to the inside of the box. Opening it up, we get our first glimpse of our custom gold pendant. It's strapped tightly to the jewelry case, wrapped in multiple layers of plastic, Dexter style. It's pretty easy to unwrap once you find the starting point. The plastic is good to save if you want to store or transport your jewelry later on. Now that it's free from its sarcophagus, you can see that the pendant is individually wrapped in a few layers of plastic. Let's set it aside and take a closer look at the case. Inside, there's a basic felt lining with bendable tabs you can shape to hold your jewelry in place. It's a decent size that can hold anything from a pendant to a small chain. Overall, it's a nice box that has a satisfying closing snap. Back to the custom pendant, it's wrapped in several layers of plastic to keep it from scratching during shipment. Once you find the seam, it's easy to unwrap. It looks like there were two layers of wrap, one vertical and one horizontal. And the final boss of packaging was a little hard to get off because the plastic starting point was a bit hard to find. Finally, with all the packaging off, we can see the actual custom pendant, and it is beautiful. My design is inspired by the ESPN SportsCenter top 10 chain that they give out for amazing plays in the world of sports. This is my first multicolored design. It has 4 different colors of ice: red, white, black, and yellow. All of the stones are hitting hard and absolutely dancing, even in minimal lighting. Here's a side close-up angle where you can see the shine, contrast, and details of the piece. It's 3D with 2 layers of depth. It has an outside base layer of yellow ice, and that really makes the inside design pop. On the back of the piece, I specifically requested a textured finish so that I can hide scratches over time. What they did was give it a brushed aluminum texture with vertical brush strokes. There is what looks like a tiny gap in the finish, but we'll go over that in the detailed review. The entire piece is 100% completely solid, thick, and heavy. It's the heaviest pendant I've ever unboxed. Another design detail I requested for the first time was side ice. As you can see here, there are 2 rows of ice along the entire outside of the pendant. I really love this about this piece because it shines hard even from the sides. This detail really does take the pendant to the next level. Here's another angle where you can see the side ice contrast with the raised 3D level of the top 10 font. It looks incredible, fully covering the outside of the pendant. Overall, the pendant came out super nice. I really love the pop of the multiple colors of ice and how it came together. The 3D design adds a lot of visual texture and is really pleasing to look at. The varying depth allows the light to reflect off the stones in all angles. I was initially skeptical of how the black ice looks, but I'm glad I went with it. They really do shine hard in minimal lighting and makes the white ice look that much crisper. This piece screams custom and is an incredibly eye-catching statement piece for a sports fan like myself. And that is my unboxing experience for my custom SportsCenter Top 10 pendant. I score this experience in 2 categories, packaging and initial impressions. For packaging, Custom Hip Hop Official gets another 4 out of 5 for excellent packaging. They definitely take their time when preparing your items for shipping. It's almost packed too good and takes a bit of time to unwrap. For initial impressions, the pendant gets a solid 4 out of 5. It looks spectacular from every angle. The 3D effect, multicolored ice, side stones, and weight are insane when combined together. A few minor details I'll go over in the next video keeps them from getting a 5 out of 5. This brings their grand total to an 8 out of 10 for the unboxing experience. Make sure to like and subscribe so you can see the detailed videos showing you weight, measurements, close-ups, and the price I paid. Now on to the montage.
Neck frozen, glacier drips in the tundra. Chain so loud it could wake up the thunder. Drip got 'em seasick, drowning in envy. Haters wanna bite, but their teeth too flimsy. Bust down swinging, pendants like chandeliers. Whisper in the dark, my diamonds conquer fears. Ain't no chill, my ice hotter than July. Every facet's cut, sharper than a samurai. Iced out dreams, cold as my